Hi, I'm Rachel Neville. I'm an artist, I'm a photographer, and a former dancer. At the end of 2024, something completely unexpected happened. Through meditation, I opened to channel. It's a bit of an origin story, that's for sure. But what's relevant now is that I am a vessel for Artemis, who is also one of my primary guides, and a whole host of other beings who step forward to bring us messages, who call themselves the collective. This is a real channeled session, shared with permission, meant to help you reconnect to your own inner guidance, your own sense of the greater consciousness around us. No scripts, no performance. I need to be clear about my role here. I'm the vessel. I'm sort of like a radio. The wisdom comes through me, but I'm not the source of it. My job is to create these sacred spaces for the messages to come through. Your job is to allow for the vibration to sit into your system, to sink into your tissues, and allow your cognitive mind to absorb the information. For transparency, any long pauses that naturally occur during a transmission may have been trimmed just for flow. Basic audio and lighting may be adjusted a little bit, but really nothing else has been changed. The messages and the energy remain completely authentic. If you feel called to be here, welcome. Your presence shapes some of the messages that come through. All right, transmission two or three today. Yeah, let's see what else they have to say. Welcome to this daily transmission. Today we would like to discuss the topic of ease, particularly during times of difficulty, when individuals are going through the experiments and the experiences that bring the most transformation within their lives, the request is often, why can't this be easier? Why can't I just get through this? Why can't X? And we bring your attention to these comments if you should be in one of these states today, to realize and recognize that those moments when you speak those words are the moments where your greatest access to transforming your immediate state exists. You are in the middle of the experience when those words come about. And when you are in the middle of the experience, the feeling of that experience is intense and at its most significant. And as you feel this moment, we mention this because what we do not wish for you to do is push that energy aside, that emotion aside, those thoughts aside. What we wish for you to do is notice. Notice the strength of that thought, the strength of that emotion, the strength of that experience as you are moving through it. As you notice yourself saying, why can't I? Why isn't this? Allow these to be red flag moments for you to go internally into your system and see what is being discussed within the parts of you that wish not to be under these circumstances. Is it the exact opposite that you wish for? Is it something slightly different? Is it in the transformation of this moment where you might find relief? And so while we ask for relief, while we ask for ease, while we ask for the opposite of what has shown up, oftentimes, what has shown up is precisely and exactly what is needed for you to recognize and see where you are and make a shift. And this shift cannot come by suppressing the emotion or the thought or the circumstances. As we say, in order to pass through, you must pass through. But what we can do in that moment is look for what the moment is telling us. Look for what is internally being discussed. Look for what we are trying to achieve and why that is not happening. And feel into the space. It is not enough to discuss and analyze and endeavor. What we would have you do is feel into the new space that you would like to create. Perhaps in that moment it is not available to shift completely your feeling. But what there is to do is to see the space between where you are and where you would like to be. And by seeing the space, by acknowledging, I am here, I would like to be here, you acknowledge the gap, and you are able to move closer towards the gap with neutrality. And as you move into the gap, over the coming days or weeks or hours or minutes, depending on your circumstance or situation, you begin to see, much like baby steps, your vibrational energy and your focus shift. And depending on the space or the largesse of the gap, this may take time. But in moving into it, we are beginning to transform our circumstances, our vibration. We are beginning to move into the energy field that is surrounding the shift. And in that energy field, the level of vibration is different. And you will notice a shift in your physicality, you will notice a shift in your vibration, you will notice a shift in your circumstances. And as you continue to notice this, quite simply notice it, you will understand how to move to the next space in the gap, and the next space in the gap, and the next space in the gap, such that you ultimately then arrive at the location that you would like to be in for the circumstances to arrive within your life. And so we will begin to discuss here these small steps to move you from one place to the next. For it is in the small steps where the biggest transformation occurs. And when you realize this, when you realize it is these smaller steps that are necessary, your nervous system can begin to calm down and relax and see that it is indeed possible to arrive where you would like to be. You are not stuck here where you had previously thought, why can't I? And so today, as we continue to discuss this new way of seeing, it is of paramount importance for many of you to simply begin to observe the moment when you mention, why can't? Shouldn't I? How is this? And so on and so forth. And within that seeing, we then notice where we would like to be, assess the gap, and take one step into it. We welcome your questions, for this is a topic that we have not previously discussed in this forum. We wish you a beautiful day. Thanks for watching. The real work begins, of course, when you turn off this video. It's one thing to sit in these vibrations and listen and feel good, and it's another thing to take it into your real life and really connecting to the greater consciousness and that well of well-being that exists for all of us. My hope is that these messages simply remind you of the connection that's available, the guides that are here to help, quite literally the love that surrounds us and is always within us. Trust what you know, take what serves you, and leave the rest. Come back as often as you need to listen to the messages, to sit in the vibration and allow it to sink into your tissues. Reach out with any questions that you have. It's been my experience that the guides will always answer. Not necessarily always in the way you're expecting or in what you're hoping, but always in the way that you need for that particular moment in time. If this felt meaningful, there are more of these transmissions on this channel. Please feel free to subscribe. We also offer one-on-one sessions and community support for those who are looking for a deeper connection. Thanks for being here with me in the collective today.